free.
Yeah, it's just...
Yeah, righto, Shroud.
Have you got someone in there? You need someone in there.
You know, actually, let me grab the multi real quick,
Mass volunteer.
and let me clean it up. See who isn't streaming anymore.
Yeah.
That gives me something to do.
Fantastic. Right, let's push through to our briefing.
But we'll also see where the sectors are here. So.
So, how's everyone's Friday going?
Moist.
I was just about to say that.
I'm eating my left.
It's a wonderful word.
It's called
Alright, so Slav isn't anymore.
I'm so hungry. I'm not enjoying isolation.
And they're using M16s
That's
and
how it's
independently
going.
using the...
Just to warn you guys, BLUFOR. Sadly, the
And
live music is no longer going to be playing due to everyone else going to sleep in my house. Also, I'm command, so
that's really
be irresponsible.
Cool, there we go. So, multi is updated there.
Does anyone read the Morse code?
Beep.
Beep, 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 beep.
What did you call my mother?
Said she's a
hamster.
Alright, 3 sectors.
Mountain, give us a break.
The hell?
for the buddies.
Break. Mountain brief.
Alright, hold on.
So, Attack Defend, Falkland Islands campaign, Independent is attacking, BLUFOR is defending. BLUFOR does have access to M4s because we don't have M16A1s on our template, so they will still have full auto. Any questions?
BLUFOR, any questions?
No, it's just non-sequential, that's all nice. Yeah, I can't quite remember, did OP4 have helos?
They have 2 helicopters, UH-1Hs.
And they are armed?
Yes.
Brill.
No,
Well,
there is
no
no
further
op
question.
4.
It's a large sector,
shut
and
up.
there's not a whole lot of visibility.
Alright, copy that.
Okay. OP4, any questions?
Not really.
Alright. That's being called. 1 second, I'm going to turn this dial up slightly. And Barbarian will join me momentarily. There he is. How are you, Barb?
I'm good. My package, I thought it was going to be more liquor from Wasber, but it's actually my Secret Santa present from TMTM.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice. I still have to send mine out. I'll do that tonight after this, though. But,
Ooh,
yeah,
dark and
so-
rainy.
Yeah. It just sounded like my woman, dark and wet.
No, stop it.
I forget, when you did your Falklands War thing, was this also the map you used?
Yeah, for the testing, I never made the mission. That is shelved for when I finish school this semester.
I got you.
That's a mini project, one of the 3 that I'm sitting on. But yeah, it's GREENFOR FALs with BLUFOR's machine gun and probably Carl Gustav based stuff too. Oh gosh, that's bright. And then BLUFOR is 5.56 based as well. So, not exactly a caliber mirror match, but yeah. Go ahead.
In fact, the 7.62 NATO versus 5.56 is going to be very different.
Yes.
Muffin Kex on GREENFOR has a thermobaric rocket.
You're kidding.
I may be mistaken, but it looks like that's thermobaric.
So that would be, is that squad based or is that Charlie 2?
Good question. He is.
Yep, okay.
So he's going to be kind of a mad team, but that's not.
That is a thermobaric rocket.
They said that there was an Igla. Oh no, the Igla would be for BLUFOR because they're defending. I'm stupid.
So they're giving fancy warheads today, and you're also saying BLUFOR's Charlie 2 is an Igla. Let's go ahead, take a look. It is buckets. And I just gotta go fly over to his position.
Because I don't know who has the Huey now. I forget who. Great.
Yep, he does have Igla. Hueys will be able to land after the Igla hits them, but he's gonna have 4 missiles total because he also has an assistant with him. And the Hueys are within the compound themselves by the road in front of the 2 big warehouse buildings.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I just didn't see him because of the darkness, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, they blend in really well. And then otherwise, yeah, that's all that GREENFOR has other than 8-man canvas Humvees for transport. And then BLUFOR, they do have the 2 Hueys, and then they have the 2 M2, excuse me, BLUFOR has the 2 M2 cars and the 4 static M2s. What's the vanilla one because they have the shield, so interesting. Also,
go ahead.
this is United Sahrani, but I'm not seeing... Yeah, so the outer bases are the ones that are destroyed, but the inner base here on Sector 1 actually isn't showing any damage, so it's interesting enough.
These buildings seem to be intact. And it looks pretty much like the base we all know and hate.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I was gonna say, I really like what Mountain did with, well, I'll say with the GREENFOR kits. The BLUFOR kits are fucking cursed.
Yep.
They could have at least given them M1s or something, but the GREENFOR kits are pretty nice, looking at least. It's interesting to see the M16s, but not M16A4s.
Yep.
As far as like the M16s for riflemen, but then there's also an M16 variant with a GL, but instead they give them the M4 with a GL, so that's an interesting choice.
It's whatever.
Yeah, it's nitpicking, but yeah, BLUFOR's got a number of vehicles to work with, Hammets and Humvees and Jeeps, oh my.
Hey, by the way, BLUFOR Marksman have M24 Remingtons, bolt action.
So do the...
And they have, yeah, and they've got a different scope on too, so that's interesting enough.
Yeah, it's still that same 7.62 that the Mark 11 would be.
Yep.
So it's not that much of a difference, but
Well, it's not fully automatic. Excuse me, it's not semi-auto. It's bolt action.
fully semi-automatic.
Fully semi-automatic bolt action.
Assault Clipazine.
Oh my God! Don't remind me of the stupidity I hear from the day to day.
So yeah, let's take a look at these sectors. Let's go east to west. So Sector 3, there's nothing here.
It is a.
It's the mountain pass.
It's the road. The road.
I mean, strategic value, absolute, I guess, but BLUFOR needs to get over here and start building their defenses.
Hide some dudes in a rock, wall it off, except for one entryway, and you're a-okay. But that's an interesting sector choice, to say the least.
Like, these hills, these mountain ranges are so steep, they're not really going to be able to fire down on them much, but if you hold from down in the pass, you're kind of cluttered as well, but you can't really hold outside of the pass. That's a fucky position. I wouldn't be surprised if they just give that shit up once the...
Especially only the thermobaric GL rounds really kill servers, not the rocket round, so it should be okay.
A couple destroyed buildings because it's United.
Yeah, both is good.
But otherwise, kind of suburban area. You got some apartment houses, but the sector itself is, this western side. A few apartments, some regular housings, a corner store that's been burned out and can't go into, and the kind of barn compound on the west side as well. Not a terrible position to defend, I don't think, with a number of windows that can look out onto a multitude of approaches and hold some tight angles. It wouldn't be too bad.
I think the really important buildings within Sector 2 are going to be the apartment buildings that are in the sector itself. Now, to remind chat just on how sector control works is BLUFOR has 3 sectors to hold. Independent has to capture those sectors. How they do that is as long as there's a BLUFOR guy in the sector will be held. That BLUFOR guy has to be alive and not unconscious. So once BLUFOR is either all unconscious or dead in the sector, then a single GREENFOR guy can enter that zone and capture it. And then that's the objective. So, across all 3, BLUFOR has to decide which ones they want to defend, which ones they want to quote-unquote scuttle and not defend, so they can build better reinforcement on the others. And we'll have to see.
Tactic that BLUFOR Echo is pulling in Sector 2. They've driven the Hammett over there and dismounted it, and they're taking all of the wheels off I guess, to work it as a barricade and then deny the enemy transport?
I think, yeah, so one of the big things that happens for attacking factions is they will attack a sector and then usually steal the vehicles that the defending sector used to get to that sector and then use it going forward. So BLUFOR is just trying to make sure that stuff isn't used against them, especially since the rounds are 50 minutes long. If it comes down to time, doing things like that to eat away at the clock for the attacking faction can make all the difference.
Charlie 2 in the Jeep with the Igla are just mountain goating up this fucking mountain. That's a fucking 80-degree incline, bud. What the fuck do you... How the fuck are you doing that? That's like
It's the power of the Igla.
No, that's like an 85 fucking degree incline. Jesus Christ, Jeep Wranglers. Holy shit. This stream spot brought to you by Jeep. Jeep holiday sale now active. Check your local Jeep dealer for listings. And for legal purposes, that was a joke.
Vanilla vehicles in the cup maps
vertical.
are interesting. Very interesting.
Oh, and I think they fucking...
They didn't get stuck, they're just dismounting here.
I think it did get stuck, though. Because
Nope.
Nope, they're gonna...
Why would it get stuck? It is a Jeep.
I would like to apologize to all the viewers and to the Jeep brand for ever doubting the Jeep being able to overcome any
See,
terrain.
what's really messed up here is they have a full render distance. So on top of that hill, excuse me, it's a fucking mountain. They can get full 360 here. And the Igla has a lock-on range of a click and a half, and that's...
That is the Igla and not the Stinger, so the missile's gonna be a little shittier, a little less, a little more...
Well, against Hueys, it's gonna be able to take him out, because the Huey is a freaking 1960s vehicle, so...
Yeah, we'll see how they're able to dodge it possibly, but yeah, that's a fucking long shot. We do have some come up to Sector 3 now. Looks like that Charlie...
Yeah, Pickles, it's
top of the mountain. They're just
it's Vanilla Vix, man.
The rest of these guys up here, I see the rest of them. There's really not a ton coming up here.
Hey, look back at Sector 2. Look at all the landmines they're placing on the road.
They have landmines?
Yeah. There's 5 down, right there.
Fucking hate you, and I love that so much. That is genius. Because, yeah, any of the trucks that come down here, they can't hit those, or they're going to send their entire...
Yeah, no, they can get armored, or that can actually damage the vehicle, because those individual tires do have physics. So if a Vic does hit one of these at a high speed, it will actually potentially arm it. That's very gimmicky, but, I mean...
yeah, we might talk about that in debrief as well.
Yeah, it's only if something gets hit, but at the same time, that's just amazing. Awesome. I love it.
And they are being conscious about this. The blockades that they're setting down, they are leaving like very obvious gaps for people to go through, for vehicles to go through. So it's not like they put all 5 in a line and blocked that entire road. So it could be worse. I'll give them that. It could be a lot more gimmicky.
Who laid the tires like that? It was Echo 1. So that would be Stottenberg. Yeah, so some of the more veteran players of FNF. Alright, we're on 4 minutes now. Let's look at GREENFOR and see how they deployed. Also, it's gotten a bit brighter, thankfully.
Yes, that is very fortunate.
But, yep, most of them are mounting up in trucks. We've got 1 helicopter being mounted. I'm going to scroll down. Yeah, they only have 1 pair of pilots, so they're not going to take both. That makes sense, though, because they have to deal with the Igla, but it looks like, nope, as I say that, Ghoster, a.k.a. Boston, he's getting in the seating of the other one, but those Hueys are going to have a really tough time trying to contend with that Igla gunner, so...
Yeah, I think, how many do you think the missiles do you think it has? 2 or 3?
4.
4?
Yeah, the primary gunner has 2, and then its assistant has 2. And he has an assistant, so, I mean, that's how they do it for Javelins. They have 2 and 2. Iglas, I believe, are 2 and 2 as well, but I've also seen them do up to 5 too. So it's gonna be
So, yeah,
interesting.
Once one goes down, they're gonna need to find it so the other one can actually work around it. They got some infantry in the first one.
NA is in 2 hours. I'm not covering NA though. We're doing an SCP Overland Horror themed op, and then I might cover round 3 of
It's
NA.
gonna be interesting to see. But yeah, it looks like they're all mounted up in these cargo Humvees. I personally love these models. I think they look great for as far as this kind of mid-Cold War aesthetic. But they're gonna have some mobility. They're gonna, and because they're
And this is the final round of EU.
vehicles, it's gonna be a bit harder for BLUFOR to fully stop any kind of rushing attack. Versus like if it was the big Hemmets or something, then one truck, you take one truck out, it could mean a full squad. These are just a fire team at most.
So another thing I want to point out, GREENFOR is mounting one of their marksman teams in Severe's helicopter. I'm not sure if the other marksman team is going to go somewhere else. So it's Dream who is in the lead one. And then I'm trying to look for Platoon 1 HQ. Yeah, so it's Dreams in command in that helicopter, but I cannot find where... Okay, so it's Lusod. He's in the Humvee with Moxibrin.
Yes.
And now you're starting to see some of those Vicks go a little forward there, but we're still under safe start. So overall, BLUFOR, it looks like they're going to scuttle Sector 1 with the exception of one medic, who it's Bassbeard just chilling back here, so he's going to hide in the corner to deny them from easily rush capping that AO, but the main fights are going to be Sector 2, and then a small fight at Sector 3 because they have a team on an Overwatch hill in a bunker, which is a little awkwardly placed. Honestly,
it's pretty much useless. Yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely useless, but no one on that sector itself, so that one can also be rush grabbed. But we do have some mounted vehicles driving around here too. They might try to put some guys on Overwatch areas and then maybe one guy in the sector itself to try to hold it, similar to what they're doing with Sector 1. And then we have Mountain and Pads on their own here. One is a marksman, and the other one, I believe, is the other marksman. Okay. So they're just going to try to get Overwatch positions on Sector 2 itself. So BLUFOR doing an alright job spreading its units out. I just fear that they might be out of position if GREENFOR decides to do a sweeping attack where they hit the sectors one at a time. But they'll probably do a pincer strategy instead.
Yeah, I would say pincer strategy.
Yes, I'm going to stream this
late to the... Is that a late field? No, that's a field. The blue box makes it look like a late. In that case, well, I could see them going. You see east
Missions
between
go.
Markers 180 and 202. This is kind of low ground that they could try and use to get on the southeast side of town and bust in through there. Kind of going around the main defenses that they have set up, but that would mean fighting through most of the town on foot. Otherwise, they could go around to the western approach, still kind of using that low ground, that terrain to get in close and quick. And from there, just dismounting. And yeah, before they've done what you were talking about with those apartment buildings, and they have garrisoned them and fortified them to high fucking hell. They've even put down a landmine at the entrance to one of them.
Most you said question marks earlier for that poll. What the hell?
To counter, but they could just counter it by bringing the whole building down.
So my eyes are on the Igla team right now. They're all looking around. One of them has...
Oh, jeez. There's more people.
His bino's looking down. They're looking at a friendly group there, but there's no way in hell that those are enemy because the round literally just started. So Igla now looking around. We do see a Huey in the distance to the southeast, but I'm not sure if anyone's going to spot him. But BLUFOR, we see them looking around at this angle too.
I think they're just checking all their angles now. But the thing with the rain, in addition to it providing visual noise, is also going to obscure the sound of that helicopter blade.
Exactly, some noise. God, what's the word?
Interference?
Interference. There's a specific term for it too, but hold up. BLUFOR is going to get right eyes on one of the Hueys coming around.
He's looking for it. He should be able to see it.
He should have just seen it, but he didn't.
Maybe he doesn't have his render distance that far up, because if you bring it down, it's really hard to see it.
Oh yeah, but I mean that they shouldn't have it that far down.
And that is
We'll see if he catches it again on the left. There it is, exposed again.
Yep.
Doesn't see it, though. Igla now looking in this direction, though, but nothing.
Nope. That's a missed opportunity for the Igla to get a quick strike on the Huey. Is that the one with the infantry in it?
It's one of the two, because the other one is coming around behind as well. So if they put a Marksman team up on a mountaintop, they will be able to engage these far teams. BLUFOR, they're being a bit too obvious with where they're overwatching with the Igla, because when's the last time someone in FNF took a chopper and went down Center Street?
Yeah, right.
Especially with an Igla considered. Usually 4 out of 5 times they go on the edge of the map like this and then land somewhere. But who is this up here? It's Vagrant. Yeah, his render distance must not be turned up, because this is the second chopper, which has been right in front of his viewport, and he hasn't seen shit.
And the first one is now landing on the beach, just like it's Nam. He was landing on the beach, dismounting its people, and he's second now. And so they're going to be able to, it's going to be a long walk. If they still had enhanced movement, they'd be able to just shuffle up this hill real quick. But
Bucket's coming back. He's looking. He might be able to see him if he looks down there, but he's just checking that corner just in case. He's going to maybe catch this other Huey. No, he goes right just as the Huey's pulling up.
Oh, Lord. But this other group now on top of the mountain, this Alpha and
what are the odds?
Team, they might hear no, with that rain, it's really hard to. If you get down low to the ground, it's just a downpour.
Honestly, what Buckets needed to have done here is hit the V key and try to climb up on one of these ridges and just look around. Because he's got another Huey in front of him.
Cap Sector 1, because the only one that's back there is Basebeard.
Yep. Well, they don't know that, though.
Yeah, he's just hiding in a bush, just, like, chilling.
All right, Buckets has eyes on this Huey, but he's not reacting to it. So I don't think his render distance is turned up all the way. Yep, he's pulling back.
And Alpha 44 is, they're actually passing over more towards Sector 2. So they're going to let off this group. Is there even anyone in here? It's weird there's Alpha 44 as well, but no, it looks like it's...
There's no one in that Huey. They're just trying to do a faux landing.
It's just Ghoster and Wuna, so...
GREENFOR's doing an eggs in one all eggs in one basket strategy, by the way. They have all dismounted in the same place. They are probably going to pincer maneuver off to Sector 1 and Sector 2, or they're actually going to all go in, but BLUFOR, they have so much investment on Sector 3. That's kind of funny, but that Marksman might be able to do some serious work that was deployed for GREENFOR if they can find a proper angle.
Yeah, and now we're seeing a lot of them proceed on foot. And it looks like, they're going to do that southwest to western approach for Sector 2. The group that got dropped off by the Huey, and Severe's Huey, Twicking, SLG, and Shadowlock, they're making their way up.
That is GREENFOR ground command too, by the way, so...
Oh, really? Yeah, it's going to be a good 10-15 minutes before they even get to the top of this hill, I think.
We're going to be here for a few minutes.
They can back-cap this. They do have a couple people hanging on the circle, which is good. That's all they need. They just need one person, similar to how they're doing it with Bassbeard. He's just hiding in a bush. He's nothing obtuse or anything. He doesn't need to be. He just needs to be in the circle. Otherwise, we're just going to have to wait for GREENFOR to make their way over. I'm surprised they dismounted this far away. Maybe they expected Tandag to be garrisoned by a forward expeditionary force or something.
We're not going to see any action for at least another 4 or 5 minutes. Maybe the Hueys will get harassed by some of the 50 cals down below, but GREENFOR, they are moving half of their troops over to Tandag. I think they're going to try to go for Sector 1 at this angle or cross on the right, but they're also being incredibly cautious here. It's going to eat up on the clock, but I don't know.
Yeah, looking at Teamies and Severe, they're kind of doing some recon. And then Teenies isn't seeing much over by Sector 1, so they may, like you said, go for that. From their position, they could go for either Sector 1 or Sector 2 pretty easily. Plenty of rolling hills, variations in terrain, low ground, forests. There's a lot of ways that they could approach either one of these sectors, so We'll see which
I
one they
can't see any
choose for.
pixels.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go for Sector 1, like you're talking about, because they don't see anything there. But then again, if they don't see anything there, then they must be missing something.
Mm-hmm. Oh, come on. I think the infantry have a more limited render distance than ours do, because this makes no sense, because again, at the edge of Bucket's screen,
possible, yeah.
I saw the Huey again. Now he's looking off. He might see the command team and the Marksman skyline on the side of the ridge, but he's pulling back instead. If they had a limited render distance, then in all honesty, they shouldn't have been up on a hill. They should have been mobile in that Jeep and then had a few sentries on these hilltops try to find where these Hueys were going to go. So
I love how that GREENFOR group is their mountain goating, zigzagging up the hill to keep up their speed.
it's a common tactic, but they're almost up there.
Oh yeah. I would have expected them to go up the road, but no, this is going to be a lot quicker for them. They'll be in position fairly soon. We'll see if they're able to spot some of these scouts.
Hearing a barrage of gunshots going on that Huey.
Sounds like that's from... Yeah, I'm hearing an M2 and a lot of small...
Yep, Buckets, I think, is trying to line up a shot with his Igla. No, he can't find it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think there's a limited render distance for the infantry.
Mm-hmm. See, but if that's the case, why go up there then? You know, like, it's a really good spot, but you have to have a big render distance because it's still technically out of the way. Because GREENFOR would just, you know, go off the edges of the map instead with the Hueys. It doesn't make sense when you think about it like that.
Who knows? We've seen stranger things.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like the other Huey just flying over Sector 1, trying to get a closer look, baiting out any kind of contact, but there's not going to be any, at least not from Sector 1.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, the rest of GREENFOR are making their way into Tandag now, and we'll see where they decide to go from here. But they haven't come across any enemy forces yet, so they should get the all clear any moment and push in en masse.
Yeah, BLUFOR has all their static. There's 2 statics deployed on the northwestern ridge of Sector 3. I'm trying to find where those other statics are deployed, but they're definitely trying to lawn haul this one specific sector. I'll be curious to see what GREENFOR's Marksman is able to do to pick things off. And GREENFOR, yep, they've actually spotted BLUFOR command, and you got the Marksman looking up on that hill. So we'll see if they decide to make a few shots here, but I think they're going to just wait it out and get their recon data. And now we've got a Huey right in the open. This is a perfect shot for the Igla. And the Igla, yep, now on the hill, if only he would look north. Oh,
Yeah,
and it's flying towards him too, yeah.
That should be close enough. He looks away.
Yeah, no, it's because he's trying to get up on this hill instead. Oh, come on, you just saw it cross your screen.
I know. And he's in the rock.
Come on, he hears it. He hears it from this angle.
He's trying to get up there. He's struggling.
Yep.
The geometry is not working with him. The other guys see it.
All right, he's getting the lock.
He might backblast himself.
He's going to lose it, though, because it's going to go behind that rock. Yep.
Nice. That's some good maneuvering from the Huey, whether intentional or not.
Buckets, I do see some blood, too. He's armored himself. He's got to be careful at this angle. He will backblast himself.
Oh, he's already getting armored. He's caught in the void. The game has him. And there goes the missile.
And he gets knocked out from being in the void.
And there goes Severe's chopper. Tail rotor is out. I think the engine's still going.
Engine's still going, though.
Yeah, he's going to try and auto-rotate out of there. And he's flying into friendly territories, and these open fields, he's going to have plenty of space to do so. So it just comes down to him and his personal skill now, I believe. Yeah, he got...
Buckets wakes back up.
He got caught in the jaws of Arma.
Yeah, sliding off, and unfortunately, it just armored him. But let's see, Severe, he is staying in the air.
Yeah, he's trying to. He's got to kill that momentum slowly over time, but the other helicopter, Ghoster, is going over to that same area. No way he doesn't know that that just went out. And now
They got a chopper gunner firing up on the hill. And they got buckets staring right at him from the top.
That's a kill shot. That's a kill shot right there.
There it is. Miss!
Oh, magic missile!
What the f-
That's a triple magic missile. Did you see that?
I missed most of it. I just saw it miss.
It made an S in the smoke.
Oh my god.
There. That's fucked up, dude. That's disgusting.
That should have been in a dodge, but I guess the Igla decided to be smart that day. Jesus Christ.
I guess it knew where it was. And Severe crashes helicopter, but they both get out. Okay.
Yep, I see that.
That's gonna mean. And the Marksman gets out fine too. Actually, they're the only two that got out.
Why was there a Marksman still? Yeah, never mind. Did they give a pilot the Marksman rifle?
No, he's got the regular helmet. That's Lusad. He's the Marksman slot. I guess he stayed in there. Did someone
Okay.
die in there? I'm trying to
Reasons? I don't know.
reasons.
Severe is dead.
Okay, so he died in the crash. He just had the extra Lusad in there. Fucking magic missile.
I mean, the other chopper, its tail rotor's still going, so I think they're gonna land it and try to repair it, but that was interesting.
Fucky wucky shit. And now kill that speed, kill that ground speed. Well done. Yeah, they should be able to repair that.
I mean, if they know the Igla's up there, they'll be able to at least provide supporting fire where the Igla can't reach them a click and a half away, so that's good to know that the Igla's up there.
There's a flaw in your theory, though.
What?
The Eagle isn't there anymore.
Very true. They are moving from that hill, but they can at least use that information.
Mm-hmm. And that doesn't mean that, like, that area is still going to be considered hostile and with active AA.
Yeah, they've moved down to this group.
Your theory does have some merit, but that group's been spotted out on the eastern side. The back cap.
Yep, they're being engaged.
By the command team, looks like. Either Commander Bravo
Yep.
but
So
yeah.
you have one guy staying back behind a tree.
Who was that? Dream gets a great kill on the machine gunner who was suppressing them with that 249.
Yep, he's the marksman.
Yeah.
He's opening up again.
That bounced and went way high. He's got to clear that muzzle. I'm waiting for another shot. Plenty of reports going out, so he should be able to hone in on this defending BLUFOR force up here.
I think he wounded another guy, though, because I saw Danzer bandaging.
Possibly.
That shot went high. I think Dreams is bipoded in the rock because his shots are, I think, bouncing against it and ricocheting upward.
Yeah, I think that one flew true. There we go.
That's another, yep.
Very, very well done.
I think his angles are just glitching out for me. That truck, that Humvee, by the way, it hears those shots, and it is looking around.
I'm getting a news broadcast from our field reporter, Nimia, saying that the GREENFOR... actually, where is Scandi? Scandi is
what?
BLUFOR. Isn't there? Aren't they? Try to find them. Yes.
Look on the roster.
BLUFOR.
Yeah, Delta 1.
Yes. They're Delta 1. Apparently, the BLUFOR, their direct commander, Pierce, is microing them and keeping them garrisoned inside the Sector 2 apartment buildings.
Nice.
Not playing to their strength. It seems like they're getting a little frustrated with it.
Yeah, Scandi is definitely more so a rogue element team where they will go behind enemy lines and they're best left autonomous because otherwise they get very unruly when they're microed like that. But they will still play that role depending on what the command tells them to do. But you know, I mean, we saw Yanni and Neander in the other round literally wreck 6 dudes by like counter charging them. So
right. Meanwhile, east of the mountain pass, a Humvee with an M2 came over there. wasn't spotted by either of the GREENFOR people over here,
Yep.
or any of them rather, because there's 3. If that had been the case, they could have popped that gunner and gotten a free Humvee, I think. But
Yep, I'm gonna start looking at Sector 2's fight because they have started engaging each other here.
Yep. And we're actually having a force split happening here. We also have a group going to Sector 1.
Yep.
So whatever GREENFOR element doesn't die here at Sector 2 is going to be reinforced pretty quickly, I think.
So Muffin Kex with the thermobaric rocket is actually right here. I'll be curious to see if he uses that. But BLUFOR, they've made a pretty nice defensive area here by the farthest apartment complex within the sector. That's interesting to note.
I'm waiting to see that
Ooh, that's bright.
RPG come in and take out all its Scandi.
Take out a building or something, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Collapse the whole thing, especially if they go for the one that's the most fortified and obviously has the most people in it. That's probably gonna be the most effective, because those fortifications have no bearing on the actual structural integrity of the building. Would be nice if it did, though. Some smoke showing out from the.
I don't think thermobaric will actually blow up the building.
We're having Alpha now for GREENFOR come around the western approach while everyone's looking south and opening up as well as they want to. They're going to be very blind to this hook attack coming in.
But if BLUFOR is able to see him coming in, they're going to get a lot of kills here. And I might have actually just seen one guy. Yeah, we do have one guy looking around. That's Navy, predicting this flank, but I think it's just because he hears the chopper instead and he's going to go for it. But big amount of GREENFOR guys coming in here. We also have BLUFOR, Mountain, and the other Marksman trying to get on the rear of the southern attack force and potentially shoot them in the back with their Marksman rifles.
And Alpha, GREENFOR, they are now inside the sector.
Real quick. We've got some people down. The Marksman and the GREENFOR ground command team are harassing some dudes that are attacking the third sector. And yeah, Bassbeard, I thought he was in that sector to prevent it from being captured, but I guess not.
Guess not. Yeah, he might have been just on the edge of it, but yeah, he's hiding in an ammo bunker. So they're gonna think this area is clear, which
so I mean they're just gonna mobilize and go into sector 2. But what BLUFOR is trying to do there is, since you can keep one guy in that sector and it won't get captured, I don't know why it got captured then. That was to stall GREENFOR from taking that sector. But now GREENFOR is just gonna reposition its units and completely encircle sector 2.
And now it might actually come down to a defense of the mountain pass, which is not what I was expecting going into this.
Yeah, by the way, one of the 2 marksmen for BLUFOR is dead. Yeah, there's a rear force. Yep, he was caught in the open right next to some of these guys on the rear tree line on the southern side. And we're also seeing BLUFOR firing at their other marksman, not doing him any favors today.
Oh, no. GREENFOR Alpha, they pushed in now. They've taken a couple kills and I think some casualties.
Grenades going into that building as well. Just saw a guy get knocked out.
And we saw how grenades have worked tonight so far. We'll see what happens. Could be something really fucky-wucky. 2 grenades failed to go over the HESCO barrier.
Quake King, who is GREENFOR's 2IC, has also been taken out, harassing Sector 3. And that Huey is also trying to provide some chopper gun runs here. Explosive charges going off on the eastern flank by the church, trying to catch some dudes out of position, but it was a misplay.
Absolutely no one is near. If they had gone that route that I was expecting, that would have been perfect, but not this time, unfortunately.
And then we got a team of dudes, 3 BLUFOR guys from Charlie 1 coming in, with T5 Bay being the 240 gunner.
And now we're seeing GREENFOR get up here. STRP Daniel, he is a combat engineer. He could place a satchel charge down and take down one of these buildings.
He could, yep.
Potato. There's another one, so they could take out 2 of these 3 buildings potentially.
All 3 of these buildings are in the sector, and they are the ones that are being garrisoned by BLUFOR. We still have 1 BLUFOR guy still out and about. That would be Eander with an AT stick, but I don't know. GREENFOR has a lot of guys coming in here. BLUFOR needs to shift to defending these buildings themselves. Otherwise, they're going to quickly get overwhelmed.
Ooh, and Alpha 2 now breaching into the building. I just saw
Yep, they just got a kill.
Get killed. And they're just gonna start hard clearing. Scandi Recon's getting pushed up on in the stairwell. I think someone heard it.
Daniel, he is an explosive specialist. I'm really surprised he's not just demoing the building.
Oh no, Nemesis caught with his pants down about mid-reload, comes back down, gets one. And now the jig is up as far as this central building.
Potato getting picked off.
You're gonna need to be careful. Nemesis, no.
I just saw him go down, yep.
And I think that's a death, yep.
Again, I'm really surprised GREENFOR isn't just demoing these buildings.
Scandi, they're ignorant. They're not being aware of their surroundings.
Yeah, that 240 is really loud.
And that's going to be a tap to the back of the head. And yeah, that's
Mapnora for TSB coming in and
that's a heavy question. That's 10 shots to the back.
TSB catching some Scandi Recon guys off guard. The Civil War continues.
Yep.
See, what's also important here, I'm sorry to cut you off, the GREENFOR guys, I mean, that all that force that went to Sector 1 now is either going to come and join the attack on Sector 2 or just push forward and go to Sector 3 where BLUFOR has made most of their trap. We just had, I think, Mapnora trying to engage him across the street. He was able to pick one guy off, but he is down himself. I believe it was a trade, so he might wake back up from that, might not.
Yeah, it really is at this point going to come down to that mountain pass defense.
Yeah.
Are those three guys still alive back there? Yeah, all three of them are alive. Actually.
We have people on the top story of the leftmost building trying to fire down the stairwell to kill people, and so far it's been working pretty well. Again, really surprised GREENFOR hasn't been doing any demo, because that would have been perfect for this.
Tricking got killed on the side of the mountain, over on the eastern side of the mountain pass. But we still have SL Dream, the Marksman, and Shadowlock the Medic coming across here. Going up to that.
We got Scandi Recon engaging guys that are coming up from the north, engaging Command himself. Mass being forced to go prone here as he realizes he just let a lot of dudes up into a machine gun's nest, and they are taking casualties.
Yeah, he's popping smoke, trying to mitigate that, but I don't know if that smoke's going to blossom enough.
BLUFOR's catching a lucky break here. They're at least going to be able to take out a few additional guys before they go down themselves on this sector, and that's also going to stall for time. Meanwhile, we're at the 40-minute mark, which means we still have 25 minutes remaining for this round. More automatic rifle fire going out on these guys caught in the open here by Mass.
Yeah, that's Finn. He's gotten one, but he needs to be a lot more accurate with his fire. He's not just spraying and praying at distance.
Well, he doesn't have anywhere to bipod that gun on. Because I know the window cells sometimes don't really let you bipod and look at the angle he wants, so he's got no choice but to spray it while he's standing, because he can't get the angle he wants when he's crouched.
Fair enough.
That Charlie 1 team with T5 Bay in it, by the way, also with Carlson, is starting to come in now. Might and CO as well, 3 veteran players of FNF. They're going to start sweeping around here. However, Carlson just got spotted. T5 Bay, however, coming out and killing that guy before anything bad can happen. Does get crippled, though. There's a lot of dudes up that area here.
Yeah, that's... Oh, they should go for... I would want them to go for a suicide play here. Take down the building. Take all this group with them, like we saw with the end of that second round.
GREENFOR now taking some shots from below. Just took another guy going down in the elevator shaft. And
Athenberger is at the top of that elevator shaft. Yeah, I don't know if you mentioned that or not, but he is... That is cheeky.
GREENFOR have not realized yet that they're being shot from below. 2 guys going down and double tapped.
This close quarters is where the automatic rifles are going to really come into their own against these fouls. And
Carlson on 3 kills. Someone running downstairs, wondering what's going on. Doesn't realize that, still doesn't realize they're being shot from below.
I don't know who's attacking who anymore with all this movement.
4th one going down by T5 Bays 240 Bravo.
Got the Huey flying around now, trying to spot anything to make a pass.
And there was like 8 dudes in this building. There's only one GREENFOR guy left alive now because they've been breached on. And I believe BLUFOR has just maintained control of Sector 2 for the next 5 to 10 minutes with those 3 guys coming in. Last GREENFOR guy in this area is trying to medic up a friendly. It's Lolo. And he might have BLUFOR come in on him. No, it's CO. He's now watching the doorway for any more GREENFOR that are coming up because we do have additional GREENFOR guys coming in. But yeah, because GREENFOR are unable to clear this either of these 2 remaining apartment buildings, they are forced to now send the remaining forces they have into this AO to try to take it before they move on to the 3rd sector. And that's going to eat up on the clock, and that's exactly what BLUFOR wants.
Yeah, we're getting pretty shaved out on time here. Sector 2 is going to fall any minute now, I believe.
No, it's still going to take another 5 to 10 minutes.
Well, if this D1 team up here on the top don't watch the stairwell...
Major Khan getting picked off.
Firing out to the east.
Finn on 3 kills. We still have Lolo, a GREENFOR guy, alive in the westernmost apartment complex, but yeah, this is just a major misplay. GREENFOR should have just demoed these and moved on. They had the resources to do it. Instead, they went for a costly fight like this instead. Now more GREENFOR guys getting sent in, and they're immediately getting shot dead. Lolo getting the jump on one of these guys. I don't know who it was. Let me quickly check the roster here. Who is with T5 Bay? It was CO.
What? Oh, one of the pilots gets out and gets his brains taken out of his face.
Oh, they landed, yep, and the M2 Humvee pushed up and completely annihilated him, but...
Yeah, mopped up any survivors.
Table's kind of turning on BLUFOR here. Again, one decision has, in my opinion, completely turned it. Flying Finn getting a 4th kill on a guy behind a truck. And we also have...
Once, and this is what GREENFOR needs to not let happen. They need to take down this building. It's been enough of a fucking meat grinder.
That was Yander harassing the rear.
More reinforcements coming in now for Sector 2, but they need to change their tactics, not throw more men in the meat grinder as another GREENFOR guy gets taken down in the eastern apartment building.
Yeah, trying to push up on them, but they're fighting Scandi Recon. Scandi, they have taken a lot of casualties by people running up, but now because they only have a few guys left, they're trying to listen for those footsteps coming up now, and there's the double tap.
Yep. More GREENFOR attackers as they're coming up to this western apartment building being...
T5 Bay trying to hold this entrance.
Looking their heads out the window. So they're stemming the tide of people getting into the building in the first place. Which again is just chewing up more time and chewing up more men. I want to say BLUFOR now has more people than GREENFOR.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that statement.
Now I have Shadowlocks coming around the side of Sector 3.
T5 Bay coming around! Double tap 2 guys, but unfortunately isn't able to get the drop on Skip. Skip turns around and just 2 taps him and they trade. So, oh, that was unfortunate.
I missed that.
More GREENFOR guys trying to breach up the eastern building. If BLUFOR was smart, they would actually send a little bit of QRF to assist, but they have no idea just how bad the situation is at Sector 2, and honestly, I don't see GREENFOR winning this one at this point. There's going to be the 15-minute warning called in less than 3.5 minutes. They could all mount up in one of the 2 BLUFOR trucks that are still here, but the sheer amount of weaponry and statics still at the ridge, I mean, unless they rush it, which they might be forced to, they could still technically take it, as BLUFOR has all their units deployed around the ridge, not necessarily at it. But it's going to be up to Dream and Shadowlock to get some additional kills here. And I think I just watched BLUFOR get another kill. Yep. And there's an explosive trap given. That's exactly what they needed to do earlier.
Nice.
But they're alive, and they can just get into another one.
Yeah, they got. Oh no, the bottom texture is out.
Yeah.
So that's one of the terrible things about that building texture is that the rubble is up by about what, 3-4?
Yeah, because if you look, it's actually stacked on top of another part of the texture, so that's where the explosive texture begins. But that's exactly what GREENFOR needed to do earlier and failed to. So finally it happens, and now you're having some GREENFOR guys breaching the remaining building here, and we're just down to 2 dudes.
Yeah, and both of Scandi wake back up. I think that was no, if I was flying.
Yep, they weren't double tapped, so they're just trying to get into this next building. I don't know where Eander is, but we have Dingo coming in. I guess Eander was taken out.
Again. He's a mystery. He's a phantom.
But yeah, GREENFOR needs to demo this other building and move on, because if they let Finn and Yanni, both Finns, excuse me, get into that building, they're just going to rinse and repeat.
Oh, what the? That was a friendlies. Yeah, Bassbeard is still holding this elevator shaft. He's going to be the last one to be killed. Platoon 1 HQ up on the top floor, just kind of holding that stairwell.
Dingo marked where his radio was on the map, by the way. That's funny. And he put it in... Has to be global, then, for us to see it.
Yeah, because we can't access global channels, so yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But did he actually put a radio right there? I don't see one.
No, I think that's a misnomer. That's a false flag.
Just fucking with him. Look at this. We got 4 guys lined up on this building. Finn decides not to go in and breach, but he must hear them. Smoke actually perfectly covering him. More grenades going off as GREENFOR is again breaching this building.
Yeah, I think they need to just keep holding this and holding it and holding it. Hold whatever angles they can, whatever routes they can.
Stall for time.
Stall for time, stall for kills. Because while this sector is still active, all these GREENFOR guys are going to be bogged down. I'm going to be very surprised if they decide to withdraw before the sector is captured.
So by the way, the medic, company medic was taken out. We got the M2 Vicks driving around. They're trying to find Dreams, but he's still going to try to pick people off. GREENFOR is completely confused on the western building. They keep breaching into each other, throwing grenades on top of each other's positions. It's a mess.
It's chaos. I mean,
yeah.
It's what BLUFOR needs right now. We do have 2 people in that western building with machine guns.
Yep,
so
Staten Bay and someone else.
Yeah, if they make this push, there's 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Platoon 2 HQ running right up, seeing both BLUFOR guys, double tapping one of them. One of them's able to turn around, get one more kill before Jonathan takes them both out. Oh, that sucks. Jonathan, I think, going to go for the double tap. Yep, and there go the Finns. Now it is up to the 2 guys in this remaining building, Staten Bay and Pierce, to hold this building. GREENFOR at this point just needs to do an explosive charge.
Pretty much, and there's that 240. Somehow, Pierce doesn't take him out immediately. And now comes the 249. Yeah. Staff.
That elevator shaft play, Jesus Christ.
It's hilarious too, because he would go up to his position, you can't see anything. He has to poke his head down through it in order to look through the texture.
Yeah, because it's a solid texture, man.
It's an old-ass Arma 2 building. I think it's Arma 1, actually. Because this is
He's getting engaged from across the street, though, and he is picked off. And there we go. Independent has captured that sector, but they are down to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 dudes here.
No way. No way.
BLUFOR, I mean, if I could see GREENFOR rushing into that sector and still capturing it, because BLUFOR is really spread out. They've got multiple explosive guys down, potentially with traps on the road. Yep, I am seeing satchels on the road as well to stop any rushes. It's gonna be tough. I really don't know what else to say. And then we've got Dreams. He is trying to pick off the gunners on the M2 trucks. And he actually, I'm not sure if he got him or if he's turned in. I think the gunner there is turned in. So he's just harassing those two M2 trucks so they can't be used against him. But GREENFOR now needs to kick it into high gear. They just picked off Dingo, who was coming into this AO. But yeah, GREENFOR needs to mount up in a Vic and just start driving because clock is against him at this point.
Yeah, and if they can, the Hammett on the intersection has all of its wheels. I think they should still have some vehicles scattered about. It's going to take them a while to put all the wheels back on the other one, but they need to just get in something and get moving. I think that Hammett should actually carry all of them.
There are 2 Hemmets they can take, so...
Yeah, then that's more than enough space, but the question is, how do they attack this now? I would say... just going on
quickly,
like initial. Well, yes, quickly. But west of the sector, between points 437 and 440, that kind of almost a dip between the 2 peaks.
No, I haven't found the titties. I'm afraid.
And trying to attack them on the mountain top, at least a fire team or so, wouldn't be too bad of an attack. But I mean, it's hard to attack and it's hard to defend, especially now that BLUFOR has so many people here. If they have fewer people here, this wouldn't be as much of a bitch to clear, you know what I mean? Although they are moving a lot of people out as forward scouts. Angus is just holding inside of it, but I think he's the only one in the circle right now. They're really spread out. This could
yeah, I think
this could shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah. I mean, they've got explosive satchels on the road to prevent any road rushes, but I could see GREENFOR using 5 minutes, getting up on the western side, dismounting, and just pushing in, bypassing the explosive traps, and just killing everyone by the sector and still capping it.
Yeah. But whatever the case is, they need to go fast. They're still trying to make up a plan, but they need to get people mounted up. They do not have time to waste.
Yeah, I mean, we got Platoon 2 HQ up here, Dusty, with 2 HMGs. Honestly, he needs to be camping by one of these HMGs. I think BLUFOR thinks there's another GREENFOR force that's going to come. I don't think they've noticed that GREENFOR has gone all eggs in one basket on Sector 2, and they are still trying to see where GREENFOR is going to send some sort of strike team. But at this point, with 10 minutes remaining on the map, they need to realize that GREENFOR has gone all in on that spot, and Dusty needs to get in one of these HMG turrets and be ready for a rush. Because if he can... Yep.
Sector 1 was taken while Sector 2 was under siege, so that might be still in fresh in the mind of the command team and Platoon 2 HQ, who are both still
But I feel like if that was the case, Dusty wouldn't be looking towards the south. He'd be looking to the west, or he would have gone more west to try to find that group. Because, if anything, that team just came around and reinforced Sector 2. They're going to go on foot.
Oh, no. You have the Hemmets right there.
They don't want to risk it. I get that, but at the same time, this is going to cost them half of their time in transit. So we could see it go into overtime. If GREENFOR gets in the sector itself, it could happen, but I agree. I mean, just with all of the heavy guns BLUFOR has around this AO and all the Overwatch capability, it's going to be close either way. Love how this is the medic's body that came around.
Agreed.
Now we're just going to be in another lull here.
Props to BLUFOR for holding as well as they did between Scandi Recon being shackled to the apartment buildings, but making the most of it. I actually want to see how many of them are still on the server. Let's see. Nemesis didn't get any. Yanni was on 3. Finn was on 6. And Salty was on 1. So they got 10 kills between their squad. Plus whoever else was in there and then disconnected, but they held up pretty well, and just the time that it took. Where's Stauthenberger? Basebeard didn't get any.
Usoda is he's the surviving marksman. He's mounted in that Hemmet, and he is now going to drive up. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, it'll be interesting for the person to go, oh, hey, pop him once in the head and then be done with it.
Khalil and Lolo also mounting in a truck, driving over the tire mines, but because they're going at a low speed, they're easy enough to drive over them without getting armored, so that's nice.
And here comes the sod. We're
Yep.
right up to Alpha BLUFOR. And that is the vanilla unarmed helmet, or unarmored rather, I should say. So
There's a guy right here. They're just staring at him. He gets out and starts firing immediately. Gets his handgun out because he only had 3 bullets in the magazine for the rifle. You fucking felon. That's why you check your mag count before you go on a suicide charge and waste the asset.
It while you're in transit. You can reload it immediately while you're in the driver's seat if you open up your inventory and just drag the magazine into your gun, but
That happened.
that certainly happened. We caught it live here on Friday Night Fights.
Friday Night Fights. Where the stupid always happens.
Where the stupid shit wins.
You has the stupid. Anyway, Dreams, he's trying to climb up the side of this ridgeline, get some high ground here. Potentially.
Every time.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Might be able to catch these guys on the eastern hill here and pick them off in the back of the head. We'll see what he's able to do. Lucid getting thrown away like that wasn't the best thing. We have another car of Platoon 1 HQ. That's Lolo and I believe Galil.
He was good. He was discarded like a condom at the end of a
Oh my
long
god, stop it.
night.
And then we have the M2 Humvee driving over to Sector 2 to try to catch GREENFOR units out of position or at least get some scouting data, but GREENFOR has already begun moving and I doubt that Humvee is going to catch anyone. So that Humvee was the defensive Humvee watching the choke point. Nope, that one I'm just talking about, that one's pulled up on the choke point itself, so.
Oh my god, Walker and the M2 Humvee.
Oh, that is some grade A luck.
He's gonna roll up right on the back of them. Then he's gonna be vulnerable because he doesn't have any armor in that turret.
He's gonna catch those 2 guys right out in the open. Starts engaging, but
And then he
he ran out of ammo for it, and he tries to run ass chauffeur. Oh my god. Look, he turns out again, immediately blows the dude away, and immediately gets picked off by Jonathan. Oh, what was that?
Oh, he's just down, but well, I guess the stupid is on both sides tonight, Liru.
I mean, a 1-to-1 trade. BLUFOR can get away with 1-to-1 trades right now.
Walker actually woke back up, so that's a 0-for-1 trade.
Yep. All right. I mean, free kill. That's what they want. Now we got Galil and Lolo driving around.
I guess.
Alpha 2 doesn't. You know, one of them does hear it because the engine's being drowned out by the other Vic. They could start getting engaged any moment now, though.
Yeah. And now that they've been spotted out, and that should be called up a little bit, we haven't seen a few guys entrenched.
Yeah, all of Alpha should still be on net here.
Yeah, if they had taken the Hemet,
They start getting shot at immediately.
got about 5 minutes or so remaining, so they've got a little bit of time left to work.
Oh, that guy in the back of the Hemet's dead. Yep.
Oh yeah, no, all these guys are dead. I guess they didn't hear the gunshots from before. He actually lives. The guy in the back of the helmet.
Wow. That's Galil and Lolo. Are they going to just dismount on the northern side of the sector here?
I mean, where would you dismount?
On the northern side of the sector.
There you go. I was gonna say everything
God.
you say is wrong unless you say northern sector, and yeah, you said it.
And we got GREENFOR getting right on top of this area here. Not sure if this 1AT guy spotted them. He had to have because he's hiding in the bush. And now you got the 50 cal Vic that's pushed up. It's firing. I think it was firing at a BLUFOR guy. Just confused.
I think so too. I mean, to be fair, the camera was pretty similar. A Tiger Shred was like an M81 style of pattern, but now it's pulling up on where this helmet is.
Dreams on the top of that hill.
And these guys should be able to.
Oh man. BLUFOR and GREENFOR literally right on top of each other. GREENFOR not realizing they got BLUFOR dudes right next to him.
That was awesome. The Humvee was firing at Galil, and then Lolopop came out and popped the gunner in the head when he was looking the other way.
Yeah, but now Lolo is dead because someone hiding, Arcor hiding in there.
Wow.
If they take Arcor out and Purdy, Buckets goes down as well.
Angus is coming down. He's also in the circle now, but he's going up towards Galil's position, so Galil might be able to do that. He's got the
A 50 cal just, Fox just completely tore apart his own M2 Humvee. He's at -1 kills now. Good job, Farks.
It's going out as 2. We also have, who's this over here?
Dude, if they kill Buckets, it's GG.
Ash is over here now. He might be able to pop that.
Wait, no, they got Angus in the corner. Never mind.
Yeah, they got Angus. Buckets. Stark is pretty close to circle, and Arcor's a little outside of it now, actually. Vagrant gets inside of it now, too, but it's SL Dream now with an MG. He's got a 249 now, and he's on 5 kills. He needs to be careful not to be eaten by the rocks, though. And
You got Stark coming around as well.
SL Dream, yep, he makes his way out.
Oh,
He's about to get killed, number 6 here. Well, if he can hit his shots.
Barn getting shot from his rear, turns around, gets shot in the head. Nice.
That's number 6.
But now he's getting shot at by his own buddy. Boo gets double tapped by
But then BLUFOR saves him.
Buckets. Good job.
Saves SL Dream and the Dream.
Hardcore checked under the truck, by the way. Galil is down. We have 3 independent dudes. And BLUFOR is now starting to pull guys into the sector itself. Oh my god.
Yeah, they need to. If they can just keep people inside the circle at all costs now, then they're good.
He was out of ammo.
As GREENFOR is going to be in the sector, I think that overtime's going to be working here.
You just bleed out?
It's going to.
No, we got in the Vic. That's fine.
Out the sector itself, but that shouldn't be a problem with their numbers advantage. Shots going out onto. I think that's Andreas.
Yep, Andreas was shooting at someone.
Yep, and Callie's getting shot at by, I think that's Buckets. No, it's Angus now, actually. This is a pretty fucky-wucky situation.
So regardless of this, though, we got GREENFOR dudes in here. It will go to overtime. Dreams is crawling down with that 249. I think he's going to try to kill, is this Arcor over here? No, it's Angus. GREENFOR, both of the 2 additional guys just died. It is now up to Dreams to pull an Audrey Hotto. Will Dreams sense out Angus here, or will Angus hear him coming?
Yep. Those are the shots, but he's getting engaged from his rear. And Angus might be drawn to that fire.
Hello. Angus gets killed, actually. 7 kills for Dreams. And now Dreams is forced to stay in the sector as we're in the last minute. If he leaves the sector, overtime will not continue, and it will be a BLUFOR victory, but he has a lot of dudes to kill. So quickly giving a second to medic.
Right now, I think Arcor and Buckets are going to be his 2 main concerns right now. The rest of the people are coming in from the south now and bunching up, which is the best thing to do. If one person goes down, then the others can return fire. And this Humvee now... Okay, I thought they were going to open up.
Yeah, right, Dingo.
But not the case this time.
Yep, Bucket's coming up.
And he's going to come around this corner. This very sharp hill.
I mean, we're going to even see if they call the overtime.
I would hate if they didn't call it Buckets.
Oh, Buckets! Wait! Wait! Oh no, it's GG! Last second, he's waiting for it! Oh!
Well done, Buckets. Well done.
Oh my god.
Well...
Literally waited for the last second. He's like, oh, okay. GG. Alright guys, this has been Friday Night Fights EU branch. NA will continue at 8 o'clock. I will not be covering it though. Instead, I'm going to go play a Arma version of SCP Overlord at the same time, and hopefully we will go and cover...
But yeah, that was a good from,
hopefully I'll be able to go cover round 2, maybe maybe round 2, definitely round 3 of NA.
Out of Scandi Recon and apartment buildings. It is...
Ay. BRB 1 sec. Otherwise, guys, that will be it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Go operate operationally. Barb should be covering round 1 and hopefully round 2 if I'm not able to make it. But instead, I really want to go try that SCP Overlord thing. Otherwise, cheers, guys. Have a good one and go operate operationally. Hopefully, I'll see you in a little over an hour. Otherwise, I'll definitely see you later for NA round 3. So.